the exhibition is split in two parts. One is about collectibles, and the other one is about fine art. With that, we actually curated the conference too. So we worked to bring here the best speakers of the Web3 ecosystem. We're really happy we've been able to bring such a, people that have been from the first of the movement, and they keep shaping the movement every day, as you might have understand during the previous conversation. So, MoCDA is a decentralized museum, which means we don't have a physical location, but we do have presence in different metaverses. We do curate into different metaverses, and we do curate into physical museum too. The past 18 months has been very, very busy. I personally curated a couple of exhibitions back in Italy, in Milan. Serena Tabacchi, which is our co-founder and director, she is now curating an exhibition that is opening in 2 days in Florence, Palazzo Strozzi. The exhibition will be featuring artists such as Refik Anadol, Beeple, Pak, and then I don't know who else, but others, and sorry I wasn't in the project. So we do have our museum into the central end, into the university area. At the moment, we are hosting a program of exhibition every 2 months. So we do have a team of curators that every year presents the calendar of exhibitions. The exhibition features artists that might be into the NFT scene or just digital art. We've been curating digital art since before the NFTs, so we don't really care if the artists are into the NFT craze or not. We are about curating art. Our team is made by, now it's actually more than this, but those names are the board of MoCDA. So we have Serena Tabacchi, which is director and co-founder, with Dominic Perini and Tom van Havermaet. Then there's me, that I'm the brand awareness and communication. Then we have Filippo Lorenzin, which is our artistic director, Marina Rybakova, that you actually listened to her yesterday. She's in charge of special projects and artistic leisure and so many other tasks. Marie Chatel is one of our head of curation. And then we have Manuela Della Monica, which is take care of social and other part of the communication. We strongly believe in education, curation, and the power of community. We've been into the NFT scene since the beginning. Serena Tabacchi helped so many artists to get into the scene, and she actually had a role to help marketplaces to grow and to be shaped for what now we know as the NFT market or crypto art scene. We do lots of education. We do that URL and IRL. That's Serena talking at the Tech Week back in Italy in Turin. And this is another IRL event. It was in Rome last September. There's actually me talking at the end of the picture. But we do also do URL education. Every week we do have Instagram Live, Twitter Space, and other kind of video contents where we actually try to find the emerging artists, and we try to support them, trying to build an ecosystem around the artists. As I was saying, we do curate IRL exhibition too. This one is the first exhibition and auction that has been hosted in Italy, in Milan. This is how I actually got into NFTs, and it was during May last year, so 12 months ago. And now it's not working. Okay. Those are pictures from the latest exhibition I've been curated in Milan, which is called DAR 2121. And we curated the exhibition making the focus on the artworks rather than, just simple screens where we can see the JPEGs. So the artworks we've been curated have been exhibited in a very large format and with different kind of solution, let's say with mirrors, creating rooms in mirrors, so the artworks could be actually lived in a different way from the visitors. This is one of the first actually exhibition, again, about NFTs of digital art in a different way. There's Renata Bacchi there, and that's the Arsenale in Venezia. The other picture at the bottom is, I think it's a very old meeting at the Tate, talking about blockchain and art together. And we do curate into the metaverse, as I was saying to you. So this one, it's an exhibition that Serena curate, Baking Special. This one, it's our space on Arium. We do have a space in Arium where we host virtual residency, so we invite artists to propose a collection, and then we give to them a curator and the communication team. So after a month, we can come up with a collection of artworks. Then the artist can decide if want to mint all of them or just part of them. We create a space in Arium, and then we have a curatorial tour. We invite collectors in, and then we sell the artworks on Super Rare, because we just recently opened a space on Super Rare. Super Rare recently gave the opportunity to institution collectors to send proposal to be featured not just as a collector, but actually as a space that has a mission and a mission to support the community. As I told you before, we do have our main museum in the Central End. It's a three-layer museum. In the first one, we normally have meetings where we do education. We talk about digital art in general. Second floor is reserved for the exhibition that we hosting every 2 months and a half. And the third one, we contain our permanent collection. We are now finally closing our permanent collection, so from the next month, we will have the opportunity to invite you all in the Central End to start admiring our permanent collection that is being created from artworks that artists decide to give to the museum for free, because, of course, we've been a part of their success. So this one is the MoCDA Foundry, the project I was telling you about in the Arium metaverse. So as you see, this was the first space we create, and now we are creating new spaces every time we do a collection with artists. We also have a space in the sandbox that is not open yet. And we're trying to use the sandbox space in a different way. So it's going to be a place where, again, collectors, mentors, and artists can join together and start the conversation about art. Oh, sorry. Of course, we do have a presence in the community. So we are on Instagram, we are on Twitter, and we are on Discord. Right now, we're working on new projects that will try to link in a different way art and technology. We're working on our DAO. Our tech developer, Dominique Perini, is working on our DAO. He actually started to work about that 2 months ago, and he's trying still to find you know, the right way to project a DAO that doesn't have to do so much in terms of tokens. So we're trying to find a new way of governance to give the power again back to the artists. So this is it. This was my presentation. We're running late, so I had to squeeze it. But if you have any question, I can take some, I guess. Wait. Microphone? Mari?
I can speak louder if you want.
No, we can give you a microphone. I mean, microphone. Thank you.
Lastly, you said right way of approaching the DAO. Is there any right way of approaching what we understand from that?
No, I don't know if there's will be a right way of approaching. Like, you know, DAO are just emerging now. As we heard in the previous panel, like they trying to do in a way, you know, and with a mission. So that's what we're trying to do too. I think that the important thing is that there is the opportunity to create different governances. So, you know, with a different meaning and with a different mission. So we are now in a moment where we can try to change things. Obviously, we will make mistakes, but for us, at least, the important thing is to try to make it in a different way. That's what we're trying to do. I mean, everybody in the space is trying to do that. We will make mistakes for sure.
And you're gonna be the first ones. So you're gonna be the first ones to create these styles and the other stuff. So you have right to make mistakes.
Well, we do have rights like anybody else in the scene. You know, it's not about being the first or being the only one. I mean, we are kind of a family. We help each other. We give each other space. So, you know, we've been inviting them. Normally they invite us somewhere. So it's an ecosystem, you know. That's the very good thing about. We're trying to be very close to each other, helping to each other, really being a community.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Very young audience.
Ooh.
Hi, so in the museum, are the art pieces gonna be sold as NFTs?
No, not in the museum. We do have our permanent collection and we will never sell it. We might decide to do editions, but you know the price will be very, very low because our mission is to create a permanent collection, you know, and to support the digital art even to a time where probably we will be no more here, so it will be for the future generation like you.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Any other questions?
Okay.
Thank you, Bruno. It was a pleasure to have you here.